Welcome back to the channel. Today what we're going to be talking about is Ronnie Coleman. And the reason I'm talking about Ronnie Coleman today is that I made a video on him a while ago, and for some reason I get a lot of people thinking that I don't like Ronnie Coleman or the bodybuilders, the pro bodybuilders that's using the drugs or whatever, that I don't like these particular people. And that can be furthest from the truth, because I have no ill will against anybody that's taking any kind of drug or anything like that. My only thing is that don't try to sell it as being natural. That's my only issue with it. But when it comes down to Ronnie Coleman happens to be one of my favorite people as far as weightlifters are concerned. And the thing about it is that you hear a lot of the other bodybuilders talking about his form and stuff like that was all off whack or whatever. But I personally don't think his form was any worse than the rest of them were. I mean, all of them pretty much used the same form. And the thing about it is just I think with a lot of his lifts, he incorporate more of his other muscles when he's lifting, because he's lifting so heavy, and he's lifting more with a powerlifter's type mentality when he lifts, but he's doing it with bodybuilding type exercises. And at the same time, rather than using the low reps that a powerlifter would use, the guy's using bodybuilder type reps. Because if you'll notice that he always stays within those bodybuilding reps most of the time. I'll say 90% of the time, because he's always doing 10, 12, and even he'll go up to 15 depending on what it is. If it's his arms or something like that, he'll go to 15. But he's always in the upper range of the reps are concerned. And I like the way this guy lifts weights personally, me personally. I mean, he's basically there's no frills with him. It's no special kind of way of him trying to tell you how to lift the weights, that you have to meditate on the weights and all this other stuff like a lot of the bodybuilders talk about. You know, Ronnie Coleman would tell you that if you lift the weight, your muscles gonna respond. That's the way he did it. His philosophy was bone simple, pure and simple. If you lift the weights, you're gonna get stimulation in that muscle, and that's the way he believed. And the thing about it is, you know, on some of his interviews back in the past, I remember hearing certain guys talking about how you have to kind of concentrate on the muscle, you know. And Ronnie Coleman was pretty much like, you know, you just lift the weights and they're gonna respond to you lifting the weights. They gon' you're gonna hit those particular muscle tissues and fibers that you're trying to hit if you're using a certain specific exercise. That was his thing. Just lift the weights and it's gonna happen for you. So I like the guy because, like I said, he was just basic. You know, he wasn't trying to be a scientist when he was in there lifting those weights. He left that to the other people that he paid to do the science part for him, while he did what he loved to do, and that was just lift the weights. And like I said, the last video that I made of Ronnie Coleman, for some reason, a lot of people felt like I didn't like Ronnie Coleman, but actually, I'm just like a lot of the ones that say I'm hating on him. I mean, I'm a fan of the guy. And like I said before, he's a favorite bodybuilder of mine, and he always have been since he started out, because I like that basic concept that he used. You know, I like that free weight type of thing, You know, that's like I said, that's what I've always done, free weights. And I love the fact the way this guy lift weights. I mean, it's just basic and to the point. Bone raw weightlifting. And that's what I loved about Ronnie Coleman. So you can get that out your head that I didn't like Ronnie Coleman. But at the same time, you know, I'm gonna tell the truth about individuals that I feel are enhanced and using drugs. I'm gonna say that too, but it don't mean I hate the person. It just means I'm just making a statement about the person. And then at the same time, I don't want you all to be the ones that everybody don't know that certain people are using drugs or whatever. You know, so you'll have the ones that act like they know, but the only reason they're saying that is that they don't want me to say nothing about it. But I'm gonna say it. That's me. I'm gonna say what I feel about whatever. But that's the whole point. Is that, you know, I don't like an individual that's enhanced, trying to sell that stuff as natural, and having natural people hurt themselves trying to keep up with what they're doing, and they're not able to do that. And that's the whole purpose of me saying the things that I say. Not that I hate the people or anything like that. I don't hate anybody, but don't try to sell me chicken and you're serving fish. That's the way I feel about it, baby. But anyway, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.